Good morning. Please begin in child's pose. Sitting back towards your heels with your knees wider than your hips, walking your hands forward and allowing your forehead to relax on your mat. Bring your awareness to your breath. Close your eyes and open your mind to be open to this new day here now, this new moment, and this new you. Breathe deeply. Let's begin by thanking the source of all life for all of the gifts that you've been given and that you hold right now. Appreciating where we have come from is a strong component in allowing us to move forward. Every situation, every relationship from your past has taught you something useful, and it has made you who you are today. Right now, let go of any fears, any worries, doubts, disappointments, or angers. Let them surface up to your mind and see them for their limiting capacity, strangling new moments from coming into your life. Envision them as a muddy stream, barely flowing out as you breathe. But as you lighten and as you add energy to releasing these limiting negative traumas, see them flowing with more fluidity, more lightness, purifying, releasing any old hurts, any sadness, any imbalance, injustice. Let it all go. Transform it, turning those muddy waters pure, dissolving, releasing, and reabsorbing healthy, pure water. As you free yourself from the past, you open up space for fresh, honest relationships and exciting new opportunities. Welcome these fresh moments into your life right now. Allow this new, confident, true you to receive them. Feel a hint of a smile on your face as you think of what it is that brings you joy, peace, happiness. Feel a new power and vitality entering into your mind and your body, opening up more space for love, for health, prosperity, and success. And invite people who are able to respect and honor your growth and change, and to recognize your true spirit. I am new. This moment is new. There are no limits in the power of now. I am new. Gently shift yourself forward, coming into a tabletop position and slowly rising up to standing. Let's begin our asana practice with joy and fresh new beginnings.
So let's start at the front of your mat, please, with your feet together. The big toes lifting, the arches of your feet lifting, rooting down into your feet. Roll the shoulders back gently behind your ears. Interlace the fingers behind your back. Really just opening up the chest with the eyes closed. Focusing on your breath. Coming in through your nose and out your nose. And gently tilt your head to the right. Little stretch on the left side. And as you exhale, roll your chin towards your chest and switch sides. And roll the chin back to the chest, releasing your hands. Just take a couple shoulder rolls, loosening up the chest, the shoulders, the upper back. Open the arms out to the sides. Reach the fingertips all the way up towards the ceiling. Interlace the fingers over your head and push your palms up as you stretch back, looking for length in your spine. Again, rooting into the feet. Good. Now exhale, bend the elbows and lean back. Cactus arms. Stretch high as you inhale. And bend your knees, folding at the waist, exhaling. So step your feet open, hip width once you come down. And you can use your block, right, to help you here, or just hold onto your opposite elbows and let your head just relax, using the weight of your head to start stretching out your spine. Little side to side movements here. It's a process, allowing the mind to really become present when we've been active. Bring your hands down to the floor and step your feet back, coming into your first downward facing dog. Your fingers are spread, pressing firmly into your hands and rolling the shoulders open so your upper arms are wrapping in towards your ears. Now lift your heels all the way up as high as you can. And as you exhale, press your heels down. A couple more times like that. Lift the heels high and press the heels down. Good. Last time. And press the heels down. From here, lower your knees. Come down onto all fours. Shoulders stack over your wrists. Uncurl your toes so you can press into the top of your feet. Pull your chest forward as your shoulders press back towards your hips. Inhale. As you exhale, round and contract, looking towards your navel. Really round and stretch through the spine. A couple more times like that. Inhale and exhale. Creating core contraction, strength in the core, while also opening the shoulders, lengthening your spine. And one more time. Exhale and round, staying rounded. Open up the knees, keeping the big toes touching, and sit back towards your heels. Walk your hands forward a couple inches and relax your forehead onto your mat with the eyes closed. Breathing, and start to feel this fluidity through the body. As we soften and relax the physical body, releasing tension, energy begins to flow more fluidly throughout the entire body. And walk your hands over to your left. Feeling a deeper stretch on the right side. Walk your hands back through the center and over to your right. I'm using Ujjayi breathing, so you can probably hear my whispering sound. In through the nose and out the nose. Good, walk the hands back to the center. My favorite thing, a nice good beat. Let's come up, bring the knees in underneath your hips, curl your toes, lift your knees just a couple inches up. Hold it there. lower back down. Let's do that 3 more times. Contract and lift, and lower back down. Contract and lift, strong arms pressing into the hands. 1 more time. Exhale, now hold it here. Let's wake up those obliques, little side to side, the knee pressing towards the center of your mat. Down, down. You should feel that in the sides of the abdomen. Last 3, 2, downward facing dog. Push your hips all the way back. Good, and lift your heels all the way up. Bend your knees, look between the hands and walk your feet all the way to the front. Bring the hands to your shins, flatten the back, and forward fold, exhale. Bend your knees, keep the head heavy, stack your spine, vertebra by vertebra. Let's roll all the way up to standing. Good, big shoulder roll back. Open the arms, reach high. And bend the knees, forward fold, exhale. Flat back, halfway, take an inhale. Great, step back, top of a push-up. Let's just hold it here. Again, shoulders stacked over the wrists. Lower both of your heels towards the floor to the left. Breathe. And switch, other side. Come back to the center. Exhale slowly as you can. Lower down through chaturanga, all the way to the floor. Uncurl your toes. Let's take 3 cobras. Giving some love to the spine. Lifting up and rolling down. Again, shoulders back. And down. This next one will take cobra and the option to curl your toes, roll over your feet, coming into upward facing dog. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet side and side. Good, both heels down. Lift the heels, bend the knees, walk or jump. Feet to the front. Flat back, halfway as you inhale. Forward fold. Now this time, strong legs, flat back. Rise all the way to standing. Take your right hand to the right thigh, left arm reaches high, stretch through your side. Couple breaths, breathing into what you feel. Come on up, switch sides. Good, both arms high, take an inhale. And forward fold, exhale. Flat back, lengthen. So hands can be on the floor, on your blocks, on your shins. Look for that flat back. Step back, top of a push-up. From here, you can stay on top of the feet or modified variation, lower the knees. 8 push-ups. Let's wake up those shoulders. I like using the knees down so that I can really get into strengthening the core. Right, so you'll notice as I push back, I'm adding that little abdominal contraction. 1 more time. Downward facing dog. Push it all the way back. Now from here, right leg extending straight behind you. Exhale, bring the knee to the nose. 3 more times. Exhale. One more time. Exhale, right foot forward, in between your hands. Stay on the ball of your left foot. Come all the way up to crescent pose. So we're in a parallel high lunge. Bend your back knee just a little bit so you can push the hips forward. You're gonna feel the hip flexor stretching. Lift the chest. Now keep that. Now push the back leg straight. Sink down. Lean out over your front thigh. Get a little deeper into your hips. Left hand to the floor or use a block. Reach your right. And exhale, right hand down to the floor. Step it back, top of a push-up, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing. And switch sides. Left leg extending back. As you exhale, knee to the nose. 2 more times, actually 3 more times. Exhale, round. Really pushing into your hands to create that abdominal contraction. And last time. Good, bring the foot all the way forward. Stay on the ball of your right foot. Come on up. Crescent pose. Wrap your arms forward. Again, that little bend in the back knee so you can push the hips forward. You're going to feel that through the hip flexor. I want you to keep that chest high, push the legs straight back. Sink down a little deeper. Now lean out over your front thigh. Right hand down to the floor. Left arm high. Rotating the torso open. Exhale, let's flow, step it back. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Downward facing dog. Lower your knees, come down all fours. Good. Now what happens here a lot is we kind of lose our core, right? So really keep the abdomen lifting up towards the spine. Extend your right leg straight behind you. Left arm is extending straight forward. All right, so you're getting this opposite arm and leg extension stretching across the spine. As you exhale, pull the elbow to the knee. Reach it out. Contract in, out. Right, so your movements follow your breath. 3 more times. Bring it in. Exhale. Hope you're sweating now. Reach it all the way out. Bend your right knee. Reach behind you with your left hand. Hold the foot or ankle. One more breath. Good. Reach forward. Bring it down, all fours. Good. Switch sides. And elbow to the knee. Exhale. Bring it in. Reach it out. You can even breathe out the mouth on abdominal exercises like this. Last 3. Here we go. 3. And 2. Last 1. Good. Extend it out. Bend your back knee and lift it up. Feels so good just to open up through the chest, the shoulders, hips. Good. Reach forward, long stretch. Bring it down, all fours. Again, curl your toes. Little crunch and lower. Crunch. Down dog, push it all the way back. Step your feet back a little bit. Look between your hands, walk or jump. Flat back, halfway. Forward fold. Flat back, rise to standing all the way up. Chair pose, bend your knees. Again, arms wrapping in. Roll to the balls of your feet while you're in chair pose. So these heels are lifting up. Woo. Hopefully you're doing better than I am. I'm surrounded by white. I can't find anything to balance on. Good, heels down and fold. It's like an optical illusion. Flat back, halfway. Step it back. Let's take a vinyasa. Exhale, chaturanga. I'm full of excuses. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Good. Right leg stretching high. Let's open up the hip. So bend the knee. Feel that stretch through the hip flexor all the way through the back. Again, the knee comes towards your forehead. Round. Create that space. Warrior 1. Bring your right foot forward. Lower your back heel in line with your front heel. Arms extending high, right? So you're lifting up from the waist, rooting down from the waist down to the toes. Lean out over your right thigh. Shift your weight. Come on up, warrior three. Good, 3 more breaths. Warrior one, step it back again. Line up the heels, reach it up. Open warrior two. Back hand comes to your back thigh, reaching the front arm up and towards the back. Vinyasa, flow, windmill those hands to the floor, step it back, exhale, vinyasa. How's the breath flowing with you? Good, reach your left leg high. Open up your left hip, bend the knee. And bring it through. Warrior one, lower your back heel, rising up. Lean out over your front thigh. Shift the weight, come on up. Chest pulling forward, slowly step it back. Warrior one. On the exhale, warrior two. Your front knee is 90 degrees. Feel that stretch through the hips and thighs, and stretch reverse. Right hand slides down the right thigh. Good, windmill the hands. Step it back, plank or one-legged plank. Lower slow. Inhale. Hold it here in your up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Heels high, bend your knees, walk or jump, feet forward, flat back, forward fold. Chair pose, sink your hips, arms reaching high, bring the palms to your chest. Let's twist again. Twisting to your right, take your left elbow on the outside of your right thigh. That might be enough, just pressing your palms together, or maybe even sliding your hand towards the floor or on a block. Right, so either of those variations. If you want even more, you can even bind the hands behind your back. You can take side Bakasana. 2 more breaths. Good, chair pose. Push to standing, stretch high. And pull the ribs in, chair. Palms to your chest, switch sides. Prayer twist. Twisting to your left. Always look for length in your twist, right? You don't want a rounded spine. You can even use a block, right? Sliding the hand down, or just stay in the prayer variation. Hands down, forward fold, exhale. Halfway, flat back. Chaturanga, step or jump back, and lower. Roll it open. Downward facing dog. Right leg high. Right foot forward, left heel flat. Warrior one, arms high. Again, open it up. Warrior two, reverse again, but this time push your front leg straight. Keep your legs straight, lean out, triangle pose. Right hand to the right ankle, shin, or just below the knee, or even on a block, and rotate open. Let's hold a couple breaths here. If you want a little more, reach your left arm over your head with the palm pressing down. Good, reach your left arm back up. Just your head looks down. Bending your front knee, take the block to the outside of your right foot. Shift your weight, come into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. If you don't need the block, just bring your fingertips down to the floor. Your back heel is flexed. Option here, bend your back knee, hold the foot or ankle, open up through that hip. Good, release the foot, step it back, warrior two. Windmilling the arms up. Reverse again, keeping the front knee bent with a bind. So try to reach behind your back, hold the right thigh with the left hand. See how we're getting deeper into the hips? Let's come back through warrior two. Right hand to the floor on the inside, again, left arm high. You can stay here. Arm can reach over your head for a little more side stretch, or a little more challenge, reach underneath and take a bind. All right, so you have those options. Good, if you're in a bind, release, bring your right hand back to the floor, step your right foot back. Come into side arm plank. So you're stacking the feet on top of each other. The modified variation, your knee is down underneath your hip. Okay, let's hold. If you want a little more, lift the right foot. Bring it down, come around, top of a push-up. Hold it here. Squeeze the abdomen. Lift, touch, lift, touch. So that lift is also an extension. You should see no change in my spine or pelvic tilt. One more each side. Lower down, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take a couple breaths here. In and out. Shake out the head. Recommit to your intentions of just lightening up the body, waking up the body, releasing tension. Left leg high. Left foot forward, in between the hands, lower your back heel, rising up, warrior one. Warrior two, open it up. Feel that openness through the hips. Reverse triangle, front leg straight, stretch it back. Your gaze is up towards the palm. Keep the legs straight, lean out, triangle pose. Hand comes to the shin, ankle, or use the block, or even the floor. Right arm reaching over your head if you'd like a little more. Reach the arm high, look down towards the floor. Bend your front knee, half moon. And chakrasana, bend your back knee, hold the ankle or foot. Beautiful, and release if you have the foot. Gently bend the front knee, step it back, warrior two. Reverse again, option to take a bind, reaching behind your back. Come through warrior two. Bring your left hand to the floor or on a block. Right arm high or over your head, or reach underneath, holding the fingertips and taking a bind, your choice. One more deep breath. If you're in a bind, release, bring the hands down to the floor, step it back. Oh, my bad. Keeping your left hand down, step your left foot back. Side arm plank, Vashisthasana, pushing the floor away. Again, you can always lower the knee. If you want more, you can always lift the top foot or even grab the big toe. warm in here. Come around, top of a push-up. Chaturanga. Inhale. And downward facing dog. Lift your heels high. Bend your knees, walk or jump. Feet forward, flat back halfway. Forward fold. Chair pose. We haven't done too many of these chairs. Hold. Push all the way to standing. Bring the arms to your sides. And exhale. Good. I'm just going to turn so that you can see me, but stay where you're at on your mat. Shift the weight over to your right foot. Tree pose. Take your left foot up on the inside. Palms together. Reach the arms high. Keep your chest high. Now cross your left foot on the front of your left thigh. Start bending your left knee. Push your hips back, pulling your chest forward. Good. Laying the chest over your thighs, over your lower legs. Fingertips can come to the floor or on your block, folding into this stretch. All right, so you want to feel this in the piriformis, the outer thigh, the glute. Sit right at the edge of the stretch and just breathe into it. Soften into it. Staying folded over, walk your hands to the right, but don't let your body go with your upper body. Lower body stays parallel, deepening that stretch. And walk your hands back to the center, bring the feet together, and roll all the way up to standing. Let's switch sides. Woo. Shift the weight to the left. Right foot comes up. Two smooth, deep breaths. Beautiful. I want you to keep that rotation in the right hip as you cross the right heel flexed over your left thigh. Start pushing your hips back. Open the arms. And slowly, hands can find a block or the floor and just folding over into this stretch. One more breath here. And staying folded over, lower body stays parallel. Walk the hands over to your left. Great, walk your hands back to the center. And let's bring the feet down. Open your feet hip width, parallel. First two fingers and thumb on both hands are going to hook your big toes. So you can pull your chest forward. Now press the shoulders and triceps in. The hips push back. Now keeping that length and that space. You can always bend the knees if you have to. Pull your chest towards the floor. Last two breaths. Beautiful. Hands to the floor. Step it back, top of a push-up. And vinyasa. Let's keep flowing. Downward facing dog. Reach your right leg high. And bring the right knee, top of the right tricep, hold. Back up as you inhale. Twist across, exhale. Back up. And bring the foot in between the hands. Hold it here. Lower your back knee. Uncurl your back toes. We're going to come into Anjaneyasana, walking your hands up to the right thigh, pushing into a back bend. Reach the arms high. Beautiful. Hands find the floor. Curl your back toes. Front leg straightens. Right? So front leg is straight. You can use a towel or you can use your hand to pull those toes back. Half of a split. This is Ardha Hanumanasana. If you'd like, you can take a full split. Right? Just slide that front leg straight out. So either variation. Breathe. Great, shift back into your low lunge. And walk both hands on the inside of your right thigh. Scoot your right knee back a couple inches. We're opening the angle in your right thigh. If you can bring your forearms down to the floor, or even use a block, right? Roll your right knee out to the side. So you're on the outer edge of the right foot. When you start to feel you can relax into this in the hips and low back, uncurl the back toes and breathe. Melting into the hip. One more breath here. Amazing. Curl the back toes again. Bring your hands to the floor. Move the block out to the side. One hand on each side. Step it back. Exhale, chaturanga. Downward facing, exhale. Left leg reaching back. And bring it forward into a low lunge. Lower your right knee. Uncurl the right toes. Anjaneyasana, pressing the hips forward, shoulders rolling back, arms extending high. So the upper body reaches, lower body presses, creating that stretch in the middle. Good, bring the hands back down. Half a split. Front leg straight. Take your right hand, you can pull the toes back if you're in the half split variation, or coming into that full split is also an option. If you're in full split, come back to Ardha Hanumanasana. Shift back into that low lunge. Both hands come onto the inside of your left foot. Slide the left knee back. Let's open up that angle. Forearms down to the floor or on a block. And then rolling your left knee, hip open. You're on the outer edge of the left foot. Close your eyes. Sink into the stretch that you feel. Perfect. Let's walk your hands back up and bring the knee back in. Step it back. Curl your toes, downward facing dog. Again, reach your right leg high. This time, walk your hands back towards your left foot. All right, so we're gonna go right into standing split. Left hand will hold behind the left ankle, reaching the right toes all the way up towards the ceiling. If you'd like to take supreme balance, add a mini bend in the left knee. Both of the hands will come to the ankle or shin. And you're really focusing on that supreme balance. Kind of varying a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Bring the hands down, fingertips on the floor, Shiva squat. Bend the knees in and back, in and back. Exhale and exhale. 3 more times. 3, 2. All the way back with the right leg. Right fingertips on the floor. Reach the left arm high. You can also use a block underneath the right hand. Twisting half moon pose. Another option is to bend the back knee. Good. Release if you have the foot. Bring the left hand down, set the block to the side. Walk yourself forward, keeping the right leg high, and slowly, as you can, rolling through a vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Switch sides. Left leg high. So this is where you're creating the origin of the stretch. Reaching from the hip all the way through the big toe. Now walking the hands back, coming into your standing split. Right hand behind the right ankle. Right? Option to take supreme balance. Again, add that mini bend in the right knee. And focus on balancing just on your right foot. Take one more breath. Hands down, on the fingertips, bend the knees, Shiva squat, exhale it back. And bend. And bend. 3 more times. Last time, keep the left leg extending, left hand down on the fingertips or on a block. Right arm high. Option to bend the back knee. And release. Good, set the block to the side if you used it. Walk the hands forward, keeping the left leg high. And vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Heels high, bend the knees, walk or jump, flat back, forward fold, exhale. Have a seat. Great job. Okay, so balancing on your bottom. Start bringing your legs up so your shins are parallel to the floor. Hold under the knees and pull the chest up. Lock those shoulder blades down. This might be enough today. You might extend the arms forward, rotating the palms up, or even straighten the legs. Navasana, or boat pose. Good, now hold behind your calves. This again might be enough. What I want to see is the spine lifting up taller and maybe even closing the gap with the legs. Your new Christmas card, your holiday card. Bend your knees, plant your feet back on the floor, and open the knees wide. Baddha Konasana. Okay, hold underneath your feet, pull the chest forward, and fold. Pulling your chest towards your toes. Close your eyes, sink into the hips, lengthen through your lower back. Great. Pull the chest forward, keep that length, hook your big toes again. So very similar, kind of leaning back so the feet come off the floor. And then extending the legs, that same position. But this time you have leverage to pull your chest up towards your toes. You can stay here, or option, open the legs wide, push through the heels. Bring it back up. Bend your knees. Plant the feet down, vertebra by vertebra, rolling down halfway. Come back up. And again. Back up. halfway. And back up. Straighten the legs out in front of you. Reach the arms high. Extend forward. Again, this is where you can use the strap or the towel to hook around the feet, or your hands pulling back. Another great option if you're a little more on the flexible side, place that block on the outside of your feet. So as you pull yourself towards the toes, you're also pulling the toes back, getting more deeper stretch in your calves. And then when you're at the edge, let's just stay there, breathe and soften into it. Good, chest to the toes, flat back, rising up. Bend your left knee. Take the right leg behind you, coming into extended pigeon. So you want to keep the knee wider than your hip, right? And the foot will stay in closer than above the knee. We don't want to put any strain on the knee. Slide the right thigh back. Come on down onto your forearms. Couple options here. If this doesn't work for you for whatever reason, the knees, hips, or low back, you can also do this seated, right? Just stacking the feet or crossing the ankles and folding forward. Getting a similar stretch, but otherwise we're gonna stay in extended pigeon for 1 minute. Using your breath, using the weight of the body, using the warmth that you've built to sink in, to relax, to let go, to be more present. We're a little over halfway, so you can stay here if you're feeling a good stretch and it just feels good. Or option if you want to go a little deeper, walk your fingertips to the floor, bend your right knee and reach back. Maybe hold onto the foot, right? Opening up that stretch, or even grabbing the inside and then pulling the heel in towards the low back, right? Many options for you here on variations of King Pigeon pose. If you haven't already, lift yourself up and step back to downward facing dog. And just walk out the feet side to side. And switch sides, look forward. Bring the right knee on the outside of the right wrist. Slide the left thigh back. Bring your forearms down and let's relax. Stay here and breathe. And you can stay here or walk the fingertips to the floor, the mat, lifting the chest. That could be enough. Maybe bend the back knee or the inside. Great, and release. Roll over to your right hip. Bring your back leg forward, straightening out the legs and rolling down onto your back. Draw the knees into your chest and just hug your knees. Close your eyes. Happy baby. Holding the outer edges of your feet. Right, so your knees are on the outsides of your ribs. Lower back pressing down. Use your arm strength to pull the knees down towards the floor. And just let go of resistance. Allow the energy to flow with your breath through the body. Good. Bring the knees in, hands behind the head, lift it up and down. Little mini crunch into a bicycle. Start to the right and left, right and left. You have 8, 7, 6, 5, twice as fast, but half the range. Take it in and breathe out the mouth. Good. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it up and reach. Again, breathe it out. Legs straight. Lower the right leg. Switch, scissors your legs. Both legs up. Bend the knees. One more set, hands behind. Exhale to the left and right. Six, 5, 4, 3, 2. Good. Hug your left knee into your chest. Straighten the right leg. All. Exhale out the mouth. Use a strap or towel and hook the right foot or the hands if you're a little more flexible. Pull the leg in. Good. Take your right hand, pressing the right thigh down. Hold the inside of the foot with your left hand, or you've got that strap or towel in the hand. Open it up. Feel the stretch through the inner thigh. And switch sides, scissors your legs. One more breath. Take your right hand, hold the heel, open it up, or using the strap or the towel just to hook that foot. If your opposite hip, in this case the left hip, is lifting up, just try to keep that left hip down, even if the right leg comes higher. It's fine. That's how we're going to get deeper into the stretch with the right alignment. Good. Bring the right leg up. Bring both legs up. I want you to floint through your feet. So it's a flexed point. The toes are pulling back, but we're pushing through the balls of the feet. Head is up, palms to the mat. 3/4 of the way down towards the floor. And exhale, lift it up, maybe a little reverse curl. And extend it out. And lift it up. Last 2. And last 1. Great. Lower down, bend the knees, and exhale. So we're going to take bridge pose, so the option to take restorative bridge in there. So you may want to have your block next to you. Okay. So starting with your feet, parallel hip width. Those heels are lined up with the hips. And as you push down, you're stretching through the front of the legs, pushing the hips up towards the ceiling. Interlace the fingers underneath and lengthen through the upper arms as you tuck them underneath your chest. The hands will press down, the hips will push up. Breathe. Now, at any point, if you'd like to take Urdhva Dhanurasana, invert your hands so the thumbs are on the insides of your ears. Keep those legs parallel. Push onto the crown of your head, and then all the way into wheel. If you're in wheel, bring the back of the neck between the hands. If you're in bridge, release the hands and lower slow. When your low back comes to the mat, push your heels out towards the sides of the mat, which allows the knees to rest on each other. And then just close your eyes and place your hands on your abdomen, your heart, or just anywhere on the body to recircle that energy back into yourself. Right? We're in a more receptive state, and you're giving the energy that's coming off of you at the same time receiving. And then one more time, turn your feet in parallel, lifting up through your hips. The option to take active bridge, full wheel pose, or my favorite, take the block, either the low or medium level. Okay, so not the high level, it's just too high. Slide it underneath the low back so that your sacrum, the lowest part of the spine, is resting on that block. Palms rotate up, so this way your shoulders are opening, the neck is lengthening. This might be enough, or maybe straighten your legs out, so now you're really lengthening through the hip flexors. Even reaching the arms over your head. And then just try to relax in the hips. Amazing. Bring the arms down the sides. Again, walk your feet back in to the mat. Lift the hips high. Slide the block out from underneath. Set it away to the side, lower down. Draw your knees into your chest. And rocking a little bit from side to side. Lower both of your knees to your left. So your knees are in line. A little higher to the right. I've got my J-Lo hoops on in yoga. If you haven't already made that comment and noticed, but it was in the way for my twist. Always wearing my J-Lo hoops. Breathe into the low back. Switch sides, bring the knees up through the center, over to your right. The head and left arm will turn to the left. On the exhale, soften. And let's bring the knees back up to the center. Draw those knees in one last time. Lift your forehead to the knees. Take a deep, full breath in. Hold the breath. And lower the head. Exhale. Great. Shavasana. Final resting pose. Straighten the legs out on the mat. Open the feet wider than your hips. And just roll the legs in and out a little bit until they fully relax. And then the same with the arms. Tuck those shoulders down the spine, palms face up. If you're a little tighter in the shoulders, place a pillow under your neck so that your chin is level. Relax the face, relax the breath. Take one last controlled breath. Take an inhale, filling the chest, and hold the breath in. Out the mouth, just empty your body and be still. There's no control, there's no force, there's nowhere to go. You're just here right now, feeling the life and the vibration moving through your body, dancing through the body. Observing with gratitude the body's ability to maintain its life, by controlling its breath and temperature. Gently wiggle the fingers and the toes. And reach the arms back over your head. Reach the toes away from your fingers. And exhale, draw the knees into your chest. And roll up gently to seated. And just sitting at the front of your mat with your feet crossed. Your spine tall. Back of your wrists on your knees. Close your eyes. When we observe the moment, it's like a river flowing at all times. Each part of that river is a moment, and there's no way that we can cling or hold on to any one of those. Sure, we can guess and predict where the river's going or where it came from or the currents within it. But the beauty and the surrender is to let go and to be part of that river's flow each and every moment. Palms together. Let your head relax to your hands. And adding a resonance of gratitude to the energy that is very active in your body and around your body right now. Being grateful for your life, your health, that of your family, your friends. Take a deep, full breath in, filling the chest, holding that breath at the top. And out the mouth. Namaste.